All right, well, more rules for thee and not for me. This week, California Governor Gavin Newsom on a vacation in Montana, despite his state's ban on official travel there. Montana is on a list of 22 states that California state workers may not visit on the taxpayer's dime. The ban is more hypocritical, with Newsom issuing this message to Floridians. Listen to this, taking a stab at the state's Republican governor, Ron DeSantis.
Freedom, it's under attack in your state. Your Republican leaders, they're banning books, making it harder to vote, restricting speech in classrooms, even criminalizing women and doctors. I urge all of you living in Florida to join the fight, or join us in California, where we still believe in freedom.
Joining us now, Fox News contributor Charlie Hurt. We will get to the Montana issue in just one moment, but let's respond to that. He's going after Ron DeSantis. When Ron DeSantis has one of the states that people are flocking to, they continue to flock there, and California is completely mismanaged. You make some sense of this, sir.
No, there is no sense to be made of this. Not only are people fleeing California under Gavin Newsom, you have this amazing new phenomenon where you actually have people fleeing California to go to Mexico, which is maybe there's some solution there to the illegal immigration problem. We could just put Gavin Newsom in charge of everything, and all of them, and the illegal immigration would completely flip around, and everybody would be we would need to build a wall to keep people from going into Mexico. No, it's absolutely ridiculous. If Gavin Newsom thinks he can run for president against Ron DeSantis or anybody else, the drug problem in California is a lot worse than we think, because he's smoking something.
Yeah. He's got one thing going for him, Charlie. He is a good-looking guy, okay? So you look at him in that ad, and he's very sort of
I take your word for it.
Statuesque. He's got that going for him, but I think he should focus on the businesses that are fleeing, Silicon Valley companies fleeing, going to Texas, going to Florida, wanting to reestablish themselves in states that are more business-friendly. That's another issue. But I want to get back to this Montana vacation. He's traveling there on his own dime, and he issues this statement when he's asked about it after this ban was imposed, traveling to Montana and a bunch of other places. The statement from the governor's office read this: the travel ban applies to expending state funds. The governor's travel is not being paid for by the state. Connecting the two is irresponsible and falsely implies that there is something untoward. So basically what happened here is the ban was in place as a result of the LGBTQ laws in those states. And so he's saying, well, I'm not using state funds to go to Montana. I just want to go to Montana on vacation, and that makes it okay. I mean, do you see the hypocrisy here, or am I missing something?
Oh, no, I think there's absolute hypocrisy here. But it's actually, I would argue, something even worse, and it goes back to exactly the point you were just making about the mismanagement of the state. You know, what he's basically saying when he says that, no, it's okay for me to go as a family, but it's not okay for the state to spend money to send employees there. What he's basically saying is he's basically governing by virtue signaling. It's perfectly okay for him to dismiss virtue signaling as a person, but as a state, they have to virtue signal and punish Montana. And believe me, Montana, after perhaps California, is, or they're probably competing as two of the most spectacular states in the union in terms of beauty and in terms of places that I would like to go spend time under normal circumstances. But for him, the idea that all of this is about sort of expressing a political opinion in terms of where you go and spend your time or where you go on vacation, that seems to have, there's nothing serious about it. There's nothing, he's doing nothing to help the people of Montana. He's doing nothing to help the people he claims to be helping. And he's doing nothing to help the people of California. But that's how these people govern, and it's why you wind up with the catastrophe that we have in so many places, in a place like California.
And he has a huge crime problem in his state. We're going to be talking about that a little bit later.
Massive.
And all of these, calls for recall of some of the liberal DAs that allow people just to walk on the street, really with no consequence to the crimes that they commit. He should be thinking about that as well and his constituents, because they're fleeing in droves. Charlie Hurt, it's always great to see you. Thank you.